Hey everybody, my name is Ronnie. I'm a part-time seller of many stuff and things on eBay. Primarily, I focus on Pokemon cards these days. And one of the things that I talked about in a recent video is how I kind of have this minimum threshold that I like to sell items for, which is usually about $3.49. However, I didn't really expand upon that very much and explain to you why that is, so I thought maybe for informational purposes for you guys, it might be beneficial for you to see the fees and shipping breakdown on items priced at $1, $2, $3, $4, and $5. That way you can see exactly how much you're going to pay in shipping and fees and how much you're left with after all of the work that you do in selling an item on eBay. So of course this does not just apply to cards, but if you're selling smaller items that you can ship in a standard eBay envelope, I think that this is going to apply to you. But we'll switch the camera over and we'll get into the nitty-gritty details of how much you're going to make selling things for $1, $2, $3, $4, and $5. You can very easily find the information about how much exactly you got paid by eBay for each individual order. I am in the orders and then the paid and shipped page. This is where I've arrived here. So I'm going to go down and I'm going to find an order that I sold for $1. So here we go, a one-wheel vinyl decal. Now, in order to find out how much exactly we made on this, all we have to do is click on this little link over here in the category underneath order total. So now we get this nice breakdown. The item subtotal that it sold for was $1. There was 6 cents worth of sales tax that was collected by eBay, so the total was $1.06. So there's that tax collected by eBay, selling costs, the transaction fees. So every transaction is going to cost you 30 cents and a percentage, which is usually around 12 to 13%. So on a dollar order, I paid 41 cents in fees. My shipping label cost me 57 cents. Now that we are further into the future, those shipping labels have gone up 3 cents, and now that shipping label would cost me 60 cents. But still, at this time, 57 cents. This was also a promoted listing, so I got hit with a 10-cent ad fee for a grand total of I lost 8 cents. This is not a business practice that I would recommend. That was an error that thing was even listed for $1. Typically, the only kinds of things that I'm willing to sell for $1 are digital things that I don't have to ship. So if I didn't have to pay that 57 cents in shipping, I still would have made a little bit of money. It would have been around 50 cents. But keep that in mind. If you list an item for $1 and you don't have to ship it, after the fees, after all of that, you're still going to only be left with about 50 cents worth of profit. So let's take a look at a $2 item now. So here we go. This is a Pokemon Japanese Dragonite card. Let's do a little zoom in here. $1.99 subtotal, 13 cents worth of tax collected by eBay. Our grand total was $2.12. They took 53 cents from us for transaction fees, 57 cents for our shipping label. That means that we were left with 89 cents. So if you sell an item for $2, you're going to lose half of that money and then some for shipping and fees. Let's take a look at a $3 item. Here we go. We've got ourselves a Charizard Reverse Holo from Pokemon Go. It sold for $2.99. There was no tax collected by eBay, so the buyer had tax exemption. You just don't have to worry about tax in general because eBay takes care of all of that on your behalf as a seller. So we're not going to see that added up in this particular example. But our order total was $2.99. We had 62 cents worth of transaction fees. Our shipping label once again cost us 57 cents. Our order earnings were $1.80. So about $1.20 was wiped away from us due to shipping and fees. Now let's take a look at a $3.49 card, which is usually about the minimum threshold that I'm willing to put in the time and effort to sell a card on eBay. Here we go. We've got a Hisuian Samurott V-Star sold for $3.49. 21 cents was collected for tax purposes, 70 cents worth of fees, 57 cents for our shipping label. We were left with $2.22. So whenever I sell a card for $3.49, I know that after shipping, after fees, and after my materials, because that is not calculated within here, I've got about 20 cents worth of materials that I utilize every time I ship a card. I know that I'm going to clear about $2 per card. So list it for $3.50. In my pocket is going to be $2. For me, that's worthy of my time and energy and effort. Anything below that, I just don't really feel like it's worth it. And you have to kind of be the boss and decide and gauge what is worth your time. And if $3.49 for a $2 profit is not worth your time, then start lotting things up and give yourself a $5 minimum threshold. Let's look at a $4 card and see how much we're left with. So here we go, practicing what I preach. Whenever I have cards that don't add up and meet that minimum threshold for me, I lot them up, and that's exactly what I did here. A lot of 3 Celebrations cards, Dark Gyarados, the Mew, and the Kyogre, all holos, but not super desirable cards on their own. But when I lot them up, I can get somebody to pay $3.99 for all 3 of those cards. Order total with tax was $4.23. eBay collected 24 cents worth of tax. Transaction fees were 76 cents. Shipping label was 57 cents. That is hard to say. Our total order earnings was $2.66 on a $3.99 order. So we lost about $1.34 approximately. Next up, let's take a look at a $4.99 card. And here's our $4.99 card, Pokemon Crown Zenith Metal Energy Textured with a Crown Zenith sleeve. It sold for $4.99. We had 30 cents worth of tax collected, 87 cents worth of transaction fees, and a 60-cent shipping label, leaving us with $3.52 from our $4.99 order. Just for fun, let's look at a $10 card as well. And here we go. We've got another lot. This did sell for $9.99. We had 87 cents worth of tax collected. We had $1.60 in transaction fees, and our shipping label, because it's a little bit bigger, cost us 81 cents for a grand total in our pocket of $7.58. So on a $10 order, we paid eBay and USPS almost $2.50 for the privilege of selling this card. That's about 25%. So having gone through all of this, I think that it would be important to kind of provide you a final little overall visual so we can kind of look and see for each one of those selling points how much we actually cleared and maybe what that percentage is. So I'll get that together and I'll be right back. Bear with me here, folks. I was a high school English teacher, not a math teacher, but I think that I've got this calculated correct. So for an item that I sold for 99 cents, we had a total charge of 43 cents. That means we had 56 cents that were left over. That means that the percentage that eBay is taking and the USPS for shipping is 43%. Now in this case, because we're not selling dollar items with free shipping, this is a digital card, right? So I calculated free shipping. So eBay took 43% of our total transaction. And I got that by essentially bringing in the total charge into the sold for, and then that gives us the percentage on the back end. For a $1.99 item, we had a total charge of $1.13 from eBay, which meant that they took 56%, and that does include shipping on that one. For a $3.49 item, we had a total charge of $1.28. That means that they only took 36%. For a $4.99 item, they took $1.52. That means that their total take was 31%. For a $9.99 item, the total take was $2.04. That means that their percentage that they took was 20%. And then I found a $19.99 card. That's the highest dollar amount card that I typically sell. They took $4.12 from that one, and that was about 21%. So we can clearly see that eBay prefers its sellers to sell items at $9.99 or above. They're going to hammer you if you're selling items for cheaper than that. Selling an item for $3.49, that's almost double of what I could do if I decided to lot up 3 different cards and sell them for $9.99. So I think that not only was this a good exercise for you, it's a great exercise for me to actually see very clearly where the best margins are going to be for me as an eBay seller selling cards on that platform. Hope that you guys enjoyed that video. I hope that it was as enlightening for you as it was for me. You're going to be seeing a lot more $10 lots on Sold by Ronnie here in the future. If you're interested in purchasing anything from me from my eBay store, it will be linked down below. You're welcome to do that. And if you do, make sure that you send me a note that says, hey, I found you on YouTube. And I always throw in cool freebies like this flying and surfing Pikachu, or maybe Zacian and Zamazenta. Whatever it is, if you buy something from me on eBay and you say, hey, I found you on YouTube, I will include freebies in there just because I appreciate you guys. So thank you again so much for watching. Stay tuned here if you're interested in more Pokemon and eBay content. I'm going to be delivering it at least probably twice a week. Hope you all are well. Take care. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.